Hey everybody, Italy Ann here from British Columbia, Canada. Today I want to talk to you about a few things on how you can get started as a Canadian seller or an international seller on Amazon.com or Amazon.ca. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel so that you can be the first to know when new videos and new information drops. If you're like me and you're living in Canada or you're living abroad and you're wanting to sell on Amazon.com or Amazon.ca, the first thing that you need to do to open up a US-based bank account to sell on Amazon.com is to get an EIN number. So an EIN number enables you to open a US-based bank account just so that it streamlines the currency on your Amazon store so everything is in US dollars. Because when you purchase from your supplier, everything is going to be in US dollars as well. So it just really simplifies things and helps everything to be in one location. When you go to register and get an EIN number, just know this is a completely free service. It's 100% free from the IRS. There are many other sites that offer an EIN number and they'll try to take a fee from you. And when I went to go set up a business to get a business EIN number, I fell for one of these, it's not a scam because people can offer you a free service and they can charge up. It's a legit business, I guess, but it is completely free from the IRS. So don't fall for that. Just go directly to the IRS website and save yourself $300 US and don't make the same mistake I did. So you go to the IRS website, you enter in your information, and then you get an EIN number, generally within 24 to 48 hours, sometimes even sooner. So from there, once you have your EIN number, you're able to actually set up your US-based account if you're not a US citizen. So that is a tool that you will need in order to set up a US-based bank account. However, if you're not wanting to go through the process to open up a US-based bank account and you're just wanting to simply stay selling in Canada, but you still have to purchase your inventory and your products from overseas or from China, you're still going to be paying in US dollars. So converting those two currencies from Canadian dollars to US dollars, it's honestly, the exchange rate is really crappy right now. Everybody knows that. The best tool that I have been using for those situations is a company called TransferWise. So what TransferWise does, it's a platform that could be, similar to PayPal or similar to going into your bank and just exchanging Canadian into US dollars. However, they generally have a better exchange rate. They also give you the option to cancel the transfer within 48 hours. So they do have a set cost, they do have a set fee that they take on every transfer, but it is much lower than if you were to just walk into your bank and exchange money into US dollars. So I personally have loved using TransferWise. It's very easy to set up. What you do is you would punch in the amount that you're wanting to send to your supplier. It tells you the exact rate that you'll be paying, what your fees are. You can even compare that to your bank since you do have 48 hours to cancel the transfer. And then they actually forward that money for you to your supplier or manufacturer in China. What they do is they actually give you an account number that you just plug into your bill payments in your bank account. So it's actually just making a bill payment to TransferWise, and then they go ahead and forward that fund in US dollars to your supplier or manufacturer. So it's super easy, it's very streamlined. I've used it many times myself and would highly recommend it. Just make sure to double check the exchange rate and the transfer and the fees just to make sure that you are getting the best deal. So, and the third thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today is if you're a Canadian seller, why aren't you selling on Amazon Canada? The first thing you're probably thinking is, obviously the market is smaller, there's not as much money, which yes, that's true. But I wanted to share an experience that I just recently did this past year where I was in a specific category that became very oversaturated in the States. So I ended up exporting all of my inventory from Amazon.com and bringing it over to Canada. And within 6 weeks, I completely sold out of that inventory and generated over $62,000 in revenue, Canadian dollars. So which is about $40,000 profit in 6 weeks. So there is still a market, and I just wanted to encourage any Canadian sellers who have been struggling to sell on Amazon.com to just don't completely throw out Amazon.ca, because even though your scraping tools may show that it's not a profitable niche, or it's low demand, low competition, to be honest, Amazon.ca is definitely way less competition, and so might not be giving you an accurate read on the potential for that category just because there's not very many sellers in there. So you could actually be hitting a really high demand product or a high demand niche, but because there's no products in that category, you actually don't even know what potential could be had. So I just wanted to encourage you to take a look at that, as well as, to be honest, it's been a lot more convenient for my bookkeeping and financial purposes to have brought a lot of my products over to Canada. So keep that in mind when you're doing your product research. Keep that in mind when you're going through the process to set up your bank accounts. So just giving you guys kind of a different option or a different lens to look through in that regard. So let me know what you think about that. If you have any other questions as an international seller who's wanting to sell in Canada or on Amazon.com, please send me a DM or an email with your questions or anything else that you would like to know about selling on Amazon.com or .ca from Canada. Make sure to like and subscribe, as I'm going to be putting out new videos every week from my experience as a Canadian seller on Amazon.com and .ca. Thanks guys, and we'll see you next time.